Aari McDonald recently responded strongly to Jason Whitlock's controversial social media post regarding her hairstyle. The situation escalated when Whitlock made comments about McDonald's appearance that sparked significant backlash from the Indiana Fever player. The controversy began when Jason Whitlock posted on social media asking for opinions about what he incorrectly assumed was McDonald's wig, describing it as looking unusual to him, while admitting he wasn't an expert on the topic. This comment was widely viewed as inappropriate commentary on a female athlete's appearance. McDonald swiftly fired back at Whitlock's remarks, stating that she typically avoids responding to such nonsensical behavior but felt compelled to address his comments this time. She called out Whitlock for making inappropriate observations about women's looks and clarified that she wasn't wearing a wig. McDonald even threatened to involve Stephen A. Smith in the matter, demonstrating her serious displeasure with the situation. Since joining the Indiana Fever roster, McDonald has been performing exceptionally well on the basketball court. Her strong response to Whitlock's comments certainly grabbed attention and made headlines across sports media. The incident raises questions about the Indiana Fever's potential to secure first or second place in the WNBA standings. Even without their star player Caitlin Clark, many believe the team will become even stronger once Clark returns to action, contrary to some opinions suggesting Clark might be a weakness for the squad. Recent game analysis revealed concerning shooting statistics for the team. During a particular contest, the squad struggled significantly from beyond the arc, with most players failing to connect on three-point attempts. The shooting percentages were particularly troubling across the roster. Natasha Howard attempted just one three-pointer during the game, missing her single attempt and wisely choosing not to force additional shots afterward. Her decision showed good basketball judgment in recognizing when shots weren't falling. Kelsey Mitchell faced harsh criticism for her performance during this crucial game. Many observers felt she should have been benched due to her poor shooting display and multiple turnovers. Mitchell's struggles were evident as she connected on 0 three-pointers out of 8 attempts and managed only 2 field goals on 15 total shots while playing 29 minutes. The criticism of Mitchell's performance centered on her shot selection and minutes played despite the poor shooting night, converting just 2 of 15 field goal attempts while missing all 8 three-point shots raised questions about coaching decisions to keep her on the court for extended periods. Mitchell's approach to late-game situations also drew scrutiny. During the fourth quarter, with the team holding a 6 to 8 point advantage, traditional basketball strategies suggest managing the shot clock and taking time off the clock before attempting shots. However, Mitchell continued taking quick shots with significant time remaining on the shot clock, going against conventional winning strategies. Despite her hot shooting, teammates failed to continue finding her for open looks, with key players like McDonald and Mitchell not making the extra pass to get Cunningham additional scoring opportunities. The decision to stop involving Cunningham in the offense despite her perfect shooting touch puzzled many observers. Her 4 successful three-pointers represented the team's only long-range scoring while other players struggled mightily from distance. The failure to recognize and utilize her hot hand became a significant talking point in post-game analysis. This situation highlighted both individual player performances and broader team chemistry issues. The Fever's ability to maintain competitiveness and string together victories during this challenging period has surprised many observers who question their capacity to recover this season. Analysis suggests that coaching changes may have contributed to the team's improved performance, with some viewing previous leadership as potentially limiting the roster's potential. The departure of former coaching staff appears to have coincided with enhanced team chemistry and execution. However, current performance has been inconsistent across all players. Kelsey Mitchell's recent shooting struggles were particularly notable, going scoreless from three-point range in their latest outing. 6 assists. She was amazing. Yesterday, Kelsey Mitchell was. Obviously, no Caitlin Clark again. She probably won't return until the middle of August, late August, somewhere in there. The Fever are now, I believe, 14-12, 2 games above 500. They're finding a way without Caitlin Clark, and they're developing a style of play without Caitlin Clark that I believe is going to require Caitlin Clark to have to make an adjustment. Clark remains sidelined and is expected to return sometime in mid to late August. During her absence, the Fever have maintained their momentum, currently holding a 14-12 record and sitting 2 games above. The team has developed a distinctive playing style without Clark that may require adjustments from her upon her return, rather than the team adapting to accommodate her previous approach. The Indiana Fever has captured significant attention, becoming a compelling franchise that has drawn numerous content creators into deep coverage of both Clark and the broader WNBA landscape. However, there exists a concerning trend among various YouTube content creators and basketball analysts who have built substantial followings around Clark-focused content. These creators include personalities like Mick Talks Hoop, O Nation, or AK Nation, John the Liquidator, Robin Lundberg, Rachel Data, Adrian Ross, and Rosalina Lee, among others. Some creators appear to be older demographic fans who have found renewed interest in basketball through Clark's story. While their passion is genuine, there's a growing concern about the direction of their commentary. And in the Caitlin Clark rabbit hole, and now way deep down in the WNBA and the Indiana Fever rabbit hole, I am a fan. At this point, Indiana Fever might be my favorite team in all of sports, and I know I'm getting killed for that. People send me not text messages, but they reach out to me over Twitter with posts, constantly complain about, man, we've lost Whitlock to the WNBA, and yes, you have. And you've lost me to all these content creators who I'm about to name, but I want to gently. The challenge lies in the nature of content creation algorithms, which tend to reward unwavering support for Clark while punishing any constructive criticism. This dynamic has created an environment where creators feel pressured to defend every aspect of Clark's play, while simultaneously criticizing other team elements like head coach Stephanie White and teammate Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell has established herself as the premier scorer on the Indiana roster. While Clark may be the superior overall player, Mitchell's role as the primary offensive weapon is undeniable, particularly given the different defensive attention each player receives. I want to gently push some of you content creators in a more positive, healthy direction for Caitlin Clark's sake, because you guys as a group are having an impact. And so I'm talking about Mick Talks Hoop. I believe it's Op Nation or AK Nation, Op Nation. John the Liquidator, Robin Lundberg, Rachel Demeter, Mitchell operates primarily as a shooting guard, with scoring as her primary responsibility, while Clark functions as a point guard with broader court responsibilities including ball distribution and offensive initiation. The partnership between Mitchell and Clark has the potential to be transformative, comparable to legendary backcourt combinations like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, or perhaps more accurately, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. This pairing represents championship-caliber talent when properly utilized. However, excessive noise from content creators may be counterproductive. Constant messaging that portrays Coach White as incompetent, Mitchell as selfish, or suggesting racial tensions within the team creates unnecessary drama. While small elements of truth may exist in some observations, the overall narrative being pushed lacks nuance. Mitchell's current scoring streak represents a continuation of excellence that began in the second half of the previous season. She's averaging 20.2 points per game this year and leads all guards in the WNBA in scoring. I'll tell you about Caitlin Clark. And what I want to say to you guys are that, and I've instructed John Hatley, and maybe you guys can help me out, and I'm talking about Mick Talks Hoop, Ak Nation, John the Liquidator, Robert Lundberg, Richard Demeter, Adrian Ross, Rosalina Lee. I've left off, I think, to do from black and white sports. But all of you guys, some of you I'd like to invite on the show to discuss Caitlin Clark in a WNBA with me from during portions of last season. Her value matched Clark's contributions, which speaks volumes given Clark's exceptional talent and potential to become one of the greatest players in WNBA history. Clark faces a unique challenge in learning to play alongside other elite talents. Her college experience at Iowa, while successful, didn't provide extensive opportunities to share the court with players of similar caliber. Unlike programs such as South Carolina, UConn, or Stanford, where top prospects regularly play alongside other highly skilled teams, teammates. This background has created some adjustment challenges in the professional ranks. Clark's tendency to dominate possession, test difficult three-pointers early in shot clocks, and handle the majority of creative responsibilities worked in college, but requires modification for optimal team success. Statistical analysis reveals that Clark averages 13 to 14 shot attempts per game, while recording 10 to 12 assists. While these numbers demonstrate her dual threat capability, there's room for refinement in shot selection and ball movement principles. Caitlin Clark, Colt. Let's continue to love and support Caitlin Clark with the truth, with things that will help her evolve and elevate. Because, and I get it, I understand how YouTube works, that any headline or any content that is remotely critical of Caitlin Clark is punished. You'll lose subscribers, you'll lose views, and so you're baited. An observable pattern shows improved ball and player movement when Clark is off the court. This isn't a criticism of her individual talent. She remains the league's premier distributor and passer. However, her style requires the ball to remain in her hands for creation, whereas the team demonstrates more collective movement when operating without a single dominant ball handler. Clark's dynamic passing ability has positively influenced teammates like Aaliyah Boston